Hi, my name is Melinda. I live in New York for about 33 years. I'm a Bahamian by birth. Um, I visited RKC back in 2015, but the impact I had was from my 12-year-old nephew. He came to New York and he said, "You need to come to my church." And I said, "Why?" He said, "You would love my pastor." But I figured it was just a regular 13-year-old trying to convince me. And he said, "Go online." I'm like, "No, not interested." But I did come to RKC. And when I came in, I was impressed. But I don't think your pastor was probably annoyed with me because he said, I told him, "You preach too long." And he looked at me and he wondered why. Because for the last 30 years, the longest I stayed in church for was an hour. But that day, he preached more than 47 minutes. But he thought it was funny. And he tapped me on my back and told me that it was really, really funny for him. But it made an impact because he not only stood by the door, he tapped me as a friend. And from the friend, he made it more committed more as a mother to him, and not offering him anything, but offering himself to me. And that was really, really important to me to see that a pastor take that extra step to step out of the box to meet a person for the first time. The church has helped me a lot. When I came here, I spoke to pastor about a program that I'm interested in. And I told him that I would like to make an impact on Exuma, especially with families, women, children, elderly. And he spoke to me about it, where his heart was, and he saw where my heart was. But I met a very special lady in church, Miss Brown, and she also had the same compassion that I had. And we spoke, and I met two different people who I felt that God led me to say, you know what, these two people can help you, they can assist you, that I cannot do it by myself. But encouraging other people to help me, that is an impact. Also, I met other women from RKC. And I met these women, they had different stories, different things going on in their lives, and by their impacting me to say this is something to go on with. We also went on a women's retreat. I thought it was so interesting to see all these women from different things going on in their lives decide to come out one night and say, yes, we can do it together. Where I see RKC in the next 10 years, I see this as a big church. Maybe you have about 1,500 people. That's my vision, and I'm going to prophesy it out there. About 1,500 people in the next 5 to 10 years from now. I see pastor doing great things. I see other members in the church just not only being members, but they can be taking really a serious role to say this is what they can do for RKC and in Zoom itself. Say, pastor has a dream and he has a vision, and I think if all of us step up to the plate, not only talk but act, stick our hands in our pocket and pray about it, contribute more than we can actually afford. And when we give, we have to give because it costs us something. I'll just tell you a little story. I know a Buddhist friend of mine. I give her a gift and she refused to take it. She said, "I cannot give my Buddhist priest something that you're giving me for free." She said, "If I can't pay for it, I can't give." And that always stuck in my mind. So as pastors starting this church for all of us together, I think we need to look down into our hearts and into our pocket and give. Give because it's going to cost you something, and that's the best advice I can give.